Hey guys, kind of a sad day here because I think I've decided I'm going to take my Jujube tree out. And the reason for that is because I've had some changes in my personal life that have required a lot more time from me, which has lowered the amount of time I can spend out here. And so when I think about the maintenance that's going into my yard, I get a little bit stressed out. And this tree by far is the most stressful. So if I'm going to take a tree out, I feel like this is probably the best one for various reasons. I'll talk a little bit about why. So one of the things that's very obvious is these root suckers. So the first thing, we got a root sucker down here. We got, here, here, here. I went and counted, and there's about 16 of them. You can see them popping up in my raised bed gardens. And then over here by my peach tree, about 20 feet away, there's one popped up over there. So the roots are clearly invasive. It's probably not my only tree that has invasive roots. I have a mulberry over here that probably has similar properties underground, but this one does not pop up. I don't get root suckers off my mulberry. This one I do, and these all have thorns on them. And so there's some unpleasantries that go along with coming out here walking by these. And these thorns, let me see if you can focus on this. These thorns will just attack you. So it's unpleasant when you're kind of, oh, I just want to go back and grab some oregano real quick for my meal tonight. And you're getting scraped up a little bit. So we got all these root suckers. And given where I place this, it's by my back wall. And so eventually this is going to be popping up over in the neighbor's yard. And the neighbor back here doesn't have any trees, so more than likely he's going to be pulling that out. Best case scenario, I'll be pulling it out. Worst case, he might be spraying it with some sort of a weed killer that is going to affect my tree and my fruit that I don't, I lose all control once it goes under the fence into someone else's yard. So I also happen to plant this probably in the heaviest irrigation area, because I have all my irrigation coming right down this line here, and then from there it turns 90 degrees and heads down this way. And so there's just a lot of irrigation pipes right around that tree. And so just given the fact that it's spreading out, it's going to be going through these irrigation pipes and at some point probably causing me some problems. Back here I have a hose bib that I ran water to, and so anytime I want to come back here and turn that on when this is in the growing season, it's trying to bully me. It's just kind of all these thorns hanging down, and I'm trying to crawl underneath it to get in there and turn that on. So that's kind of a hassle. These suckers by themselves are not that big a deal. They're pretty easy to pull out. Just kind of grab them down low. Now they do have thorns, so you're going to get cut a lot of times. Like I can feel it down here. I'm going to do a different one. I just pulled one out here, but there's another one. So I can just grab it down low, pull it, and you can see roots coming out. So it's not a big deal pulling those out, but it is a maintenance item, and it's unpleasant because of the thorns on it. So I think in hindsight, this tree needs a lot of space. I think I would, if I was to plant one, if I had a lot of space, I would without a doubt plant another one of these, because I do love the fruit. I probably would have planted it over here in kind of the middle of this area. I probably wouldn't have planted much around it. That way it can have room to just spread its roots. If it goes under that fence there, that's my front yard, I can go deal with that. No big deal. I'd minimize the amount of irrigation back there. So that would have been a better place for it. Now this tree also grows between 8 and 10 feet a year. And so this is already 6 feet. I could cut it down lower, but let's just say 6 feet plus 10 feet of growth. You're talking about a 15-foot tree by the end of the growing season. And all the fruit grows on new growth, so it's going to shoot up into the air, and it's putting the fruit probably 10 to 12 feet or more in the air. So when you got to bag it, because the birds absolutely love jujubes, when you got to bag it, I got to bring the ladder out here, climb it. The whole time I'm trying to bag the fruit, it's attacking me and making me bleed. So I mean, honestly, it's just all around, this tree just does not have good garden etiquette, you know, coming over here and bullying all of my plants and attacking kids, dogs, me, anything that gets within 3 feet of it, it's going to grab hold of, and it's unpleasant. So I'm going to start by pulling out all these root suckers. I might save one. I might try doing one in a pot. I haven't been very successful with pots just because of the amount of maintenance that goes into it. If you make a mistake in a pot, your tree's dead, you know. And I made a mistake over the summer and all my trees and pots died. But I might try, just because I do love the fruit, and maybe I can be successful. I don't know how well this will do in pots, but that's the plan. So I'm going to start by pulling these root suckers, and I'm going to start digging that out. And anything interesting I find along the way, I'll update this video before I post. Okay, it's all done. I got it taken out. I had to dig down pretty deep. You can see I'm just throwing some scraps down here, and I'm going to bury it. So I'm just going to pull this out and then fill the hole back in. And this for now is just going to be a space where I plant some annuals in there. I did save one of these suckers. I'm going to see if I can't pot this guy up. I got this pot over here. I'm going to put it in that. And yeah, got it out. It's kind of sad, but as I was walking around, I stepped on one of these branches, and you see this stuck into my shoe, and it reminded me of all the times these are sitting on there. Some of these thorns get to about an inch long. It'll go all the way through the sole of your shoe into your foot. Oh, here's a good example right here. And it hurts. So when you trim it, you got to make sure you pick all that up. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna pot that up. And it's a sad day, but I need my yard to be a place that doesn't feel like stress. I don't want to feel like, oh, it's a job, I got to go out there and do it. I love coming out here, but when you're short on time, it starts to turn from kind of a relaxing, you know, job to something that stresses you out. So hopefully this is going to help with that. And anyway, I'll keep you posted. If I have a feeling this thing might start popping up in different places, and this saga might not be over, but I'll let you know if it does. Alright guys, it's actually been a couple months, and I'm going to wrap this video up real quick. So Jujube came out. We're kind of in the growing season now, and I haven't seen any suckers pop up yet, but I'll have to keep an eye out for it. So I made a little memorial there, and I did capture one of them. So you can see he's kind of growing a little bit. He's got some new growth, and if you look closely, you can see some flowers forming. So he'll probably fruit. I don't know how big the fruit will be. I don't know how well this is going to work out, but this will be a nice little experiment for me to... What is this? See, he's... Look at this. He already has suckers coming out. That is unbelievable. He wasted no time. Whatever. That's why he's in a pot. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you guys that, you know, you need to have proper garden etiquette. So anyway, so that's this video. It is kind of sad. I'm going to miss it, but I have a lot of other things to look forward to, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. So anyway, thanks for watching.